Alright guys, this is my first video, so bear with me a little bit. I am 32 years old and I've decided to join the Alabama National Guard. I'm going to go see how long I can hang out with the 19-year-olds. So I was just going to give you a little idea of what I had to go through if you guys were thinking about joining. First I met with a recruiter. Filled out a ton of paperwork. Had to give him all the information about my relatives, my brothers, my sisters. And I also took my practice ASVAB test. It's just a bunch of general knowledge questions, mechanical, electrical, math, reading comprehension, all that kind of stuff. And then I had to, on a separate day, I went and took my official ASVAB test. You just go in this room with a bunch of computers and a bunch of other people, and you take this test on the computer, which takes like an hour. And you'll be tired when you get done taking it. So anyways, from there, I scored high on my ASVAB, high enough to do whatever MOS I wanted to do. From there I had to travel to Montgomery, Alabama, had my vision tested, had my hearing tested, had some blood work drawn up. We had to go be seen by the physician there. There was about 10 or 12 of us in a room. We had to do some basic exercises. We didn't have to do push-ups or sit-ups or nothing like that, but we had to stand on one leg and balance, and they looked at our ankles, and they had to check our spine to make sure it was straight. So as far as my vision testing goes, I passed my vision. My hearing testing, I failed the hearing part in my left ear. I was 1 decibel off, so it wasn't that far. So they retested me again while I was there. I tested twice and I failed at both times. So they told me I would come back in a week, and if I failed it a third time, I would be permanently disqualified. So I waited about a week or so. The last 2 days before I went, I had an earplug in my left ear, and I kept it in there for 2 days straight. I was trying to make my ear more sensitive so I could pick up on the sounds. So when I went back to Montgomery the second time, I did a third test on my left ear and I failed it again. So they told me I was permanently disqualified from joining the Army National Guard. The only way I'd be able to get in is if I got a waiver for my hearing. So after that, I set up an appointment for a ear, nose, and throat specialist, and I went to them and I had my hearing tested, and I passed their hearing test. So I got with my recruiter and sent him all of my documents from the ear, nose, and throat specialist, and he sent that in, and I think we waited probably a week or so, and then he finally texted me and said that my waiver got approved for my hearing. So I had to go back to Montgomery again, and I wound up choosing my MOS, my military occupational specialty, which is I went with 12 November, which is horizontal construction, bulldozers and backhoes and cranes and all that kind of stuff. Originally I wanted to do 12 November, which is masonry and carpentry, but because of my hearing restriction on my left ear, they said that I wasn't able to do that MOS for whatever reason. I guess it's too loud, which doesn't make sense to me. You'd think if I had bad hearing, loud noise wouldn't be an issue, but anyways, when I went back to Montgomery, I chose my MOS, and then I had to go see the physician again. This time there was about 20 of us in a room. We didn't have to do the exercises, but they made us strip down to our underwear, and we had to stand in a line, and then they called us in there one at a time, and they basically just asked us if anything changed since the last time we were there, if we had any new scars or new wounds or anything like that. So anyways, I was all good. I'm shipping out March 5th to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. I've never been there, obviously, but my dad was there when he did his military training, so that'll be interesting to see exactly what he went through and to run all the same roads that he ran. So yeah, I mean, it's been an obstacle trying to get in. If you guys are thinking about it, you know, don't give up. That's the only thing I can say. I'll make another video once I get in and they actually allow us to use our phones again. I'll give you another update, but just keep your chins up. If they tell you that you're permanently disqualified for whatever reason, talk to your recruiter again. Go from there. Maybe they can get you some kind of waiver for whatever it is. But I'm nervous. I've got a wife and 3 children, and like I said, I'm 32, so I'm gonna go see how long I can hang with the 19-year-olds. Maybe this old man's still got something in him. But good luck to you guys, and you'll be hearing from me again. Thanks.